All right, in some news just coming in, the former ISI Chief, Lieutenant General Faiz Hameed, has been taken into custody in Pakistan. The ISPR says it is complying with the orders of the Supreme Court of Pakistan. Disciplinary action has been initiated against the former ISI Chief under provisions of the Pakistan Army Act. The process of field general court-martial has been also initiated. Faiz Hameed Khan, the owner of Top City, had accused that on the behest of General Faiz, the ISI officials raided the Top City office and his house. During the raid, valuables including gold, diamond and money were seized from the house. Khan had alleged that General Faiz later personally met him to resolve the issue, and ISI officials extorted 4 crore cash from him, extorted that amount of cash. So that's the big news coming in from Pakistan, where the former ISI chief has now been arrested. General Faiz Hameed has been taken into custody. The ISPR says it is complying with the orders of the Supreme Court of Pakistan, and disciplinary action will be taken against the former ISI chief under provisions of the Pakistan Army Act. And of course, in terms of background of who the former ISI chief is and what sort of some of the decisions that he has taken in the past. Well, he brokered the Faizabad agreement in November 2017 between a group of protesters belonging to the Tehreek-e-Labaq Pakistan party and the former administration of the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz. Those are some of the significant initiatives taken by the former ISI chief. But nonetheless, major development that a former ISI chief has now been arrested. He's been taken into custody, and this is in accordance with the orders of the Supreme Court of Pakistan. And our Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malik is joining us for the very latest on this. And Anas, take us through exactly what's happened, what are the charges and what are the implications of this decision?
Well, the charges first. The ISPR today has issued a statement, and I quote, complying with the orders of the Supreme Court of Pakistan, a detailed court of inquiry was undertaken by Pakistan Army to ascertain correctness of complaints made in the Top City case against Lieutenant General Faiz Hameed, retired. Consequently, appropriate disciplinary action had been initiated against Lieutenant General Faiz Hameed, retired, under provisions of the Pakistan Army Act. In addition, multiple instances of violation of Pakistan Army Act post-retirement have also been established. The process of field general court-martial has been initiated, and Lieutenant General Faiz Hameed, retired, has been taken into military custody, unquote. Now, just to break up, what started from a complaint in 2017 of an alleged raid which has now been established at a housing society complex, at the office of a housing society complex not far from where I am, in the outskirts of Islamabad. That case landed up in the Supreme Court, where the complainant, who is a property tycoon, had established through visual evidence that he was harassed and that cash was looted on behalf of what he said the then DGC, who later went on to become the ISI chief. The DGC, or the C, basically looks after the internal wing of the Pakistani intelligence, and that at the time was General Faiz Hameed, or Major General Faiz Hameed at that point of time. Now, Major General Faiz Hameed was directly named. Then he was rated and promoted to a lieutenant general, and eventually went on to become the head of the Pakistan's most powerful intelligence agency, the ISI. Then, not just that, he was also one of the reasons of the rift between Imran Khan and the then military establishment that led Faiz Hameed being moved from the ISI and eventually retiring at the post of Corps Commander Peshawar. Now, this statement, while it says that the initiation of the inquiry was done on the order of the Supreme Court, the second paragraph is something that has to be read in tandem or in context of the riots that have taken place on the 9th of May, last year, when Imran Khan was arrested. And there have been talks from within the military circles that there was an attempt to stage an internal coup d'etat inside the military. So the second paragraph has been should be read in that context, where it says that multiple instances of violation of Pakistan Army Act post-retirement have also been established. That is what it should be read into, because Imran Khan and his party men have explicitly been saying that they had been relying on General Faiz Hameed and the people under him. So it would be really interesting. Now, what happens next is also going to be really interesting, because two things. One, this is going to be speedy trial. This is not going to be a prolonged trial for about that can take up to years. We're talking months here, probably 6, could be less than that. That is number one. Number two, in case if it is established in the court of inquiry, in a military court of inquiry, the chances of that being are very high, because the internal military inquiry, which is not a court of inquiry, the internal inquiry has already established enough that Faiz Hameed should be held accountable. So in case if the prosecution, which is again the military itself, manages to prove the charges, then Faiz Hameed can very well be stripped of all of his military legacy, including his badges. That can be the extreme step. He can be reprimanded. He can be thrown into military custody for a longer time period. We still do not know the nature of the charges under which the sections under which he has been taken into custody. Those details have not been released by the Pakistani military's PR wing. But all in all, this step will be seen into two things, in context of two things. First, accountability within the military under the new military chief, or not so new military chief, Asim Munir, who has been, Imran Khan has been trying to controversialize him. That is number one. Number two, accountability on the outer part of the military wing, those military personnel, retired military personnel who are now part of politics, which the military believes is a violation of the oath as well. So the military, through this action and through going, because this is unprecedented. You have never heard that a very recently retired ISI chief would be held accountable or would be taken into military custody. Mind you, there had been talks, rumors floating in Islamabad for long, but time and again, Faiz Hameed did manage to make up appearances in the Pakistani media or in public, by virtue of which he ended up landing in the Pakistani media or on social media, which negated those rumors. But today the military wing of the Pakistani military, the ISPR, Inter-Services Public Relations, has officially said and released that Lieutenant General retired Faiz Hameed has been taken into military custody.
Yeah. Important developments there, Anas, coming in from Pakistan. And this is a man who had stepped down from his position in 2022 in November, 4 months before his retirement. And General Qamar Bajwa was supposed to be a pivotal figure in that stepping down via a Supreme Court decree as well. So there's a lot of internal politics to this as well, as you're saying, with all the names that are related to this case. And of course, he could very well face court-martial. This is something that doesn't have precedent even in Pakistan.
Certainly, so we've seen major general level officers being court-martialed, brigadiers being court-martialed. Remember, in 2016, there was a court of inquiry where at least 12 or 14 officers of the Pakistani military were court-martialed. That included the then IGFC, Inspector General of Frontier Constabulary in Balochistan, and that was to do with corruption charges. And there were some majors under him, some brigadiers, and one or two, if my memory jogs correctly, I think one major general was sent home at that point of time. But an officer of the rank of Lieutenant General being arrested and then facing a court of inquiry, and then number three, going through these charges, that is unprecedented. In recent times, the senior most officer who has faced a similar court of inquiry but on different nature of charges was Lieutenant General retired Asad Durrani. Asad Durrani was the DGISI in 1991. And he faced those charges somewhere in 2015, 2016, maybe 2017, somewhere around that time. But again, it was not a recent case. Lieutenant General Faiz Hameed was the recent most ISI chief as latest as October 2022. That was the initiation of the rift, because Imran Khan wanted Faiz Hameed to be the military chief going forward, so that he could establish his absolute control. And whereas the military did not want it, the military wanted a discipline to continue within, to the point that Imran Khan came up with this absurd suggestion to have converted the ISI, the intelligence agency, into a corps, so that the law could be amended, so that it would make Faiz Hameed eligible.
Absolutely, Anas. Thanks very much for bringing us the very latest on that major development coming in from Pakistan, where the former ISI chief, Faiz Hameed, has been taken into custody and faces a court-martial possibly. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.